Some truths aren't spoken in clinics or read from textbooks. They're carried silently, in the space between heartbeats, in the way you scan a room before you can relax, in the quiet apology that lives on your lips for taking up space. This is the world of complex PTSD. It's not about one single moment, but the weight of many moments that reshaped how you see everything. Today, we're giving a voice to those silences. Here are 8 unspoken truths about living with CPTSD. Number 1, peace feels unsafe. For most people, a quiet home, a stable job, or a calm relationship is the ultimate goal. It's safety. But for someone with CPTSD, that very quiet can be the loudest noise in the room. When you've grown up in chaos, your nervous system learns that chaos is normal. Danger is predictable. You know how to act, how to survive, how to brace for the next impact. But peace, calmness, that is an unknown territory. It feels wrong, like the eerie silence before a storm. In that quiet, there's nothing to react to, nothing to fight against. And so, the brain starts searching for the threat. It asks, where is it? I know it's coming. This is why people with CPTSD might unintentionally sabotage stable relationships or feel incredibly anxious when things are going well. It's not because they want drama. It's because their body's alarm system is wired to believe that stability is an illusion, a trap. Learning to relax is not a luxury. It's a monumental task. It's like teaching a soldier who has been at war for years that they are finally home, but every quiet night still feels like an ambush waiting to happen. The body remembers the war, even when the mind knows it's over. Number 2, you grieve for a you that never got to exist. There's a unique kind of grief that comes with CPTSD. You're not just mourning what happened to you. You're mourning the person you could have been if it hadn't happened. You see glimpses of them in old photos, or in moments of rare, unburdened joy. You wonder what that version of you would have been like. Would they have been more outgoing, less anxious? Would they have taken that chance, trusted that person, or pursued that dream? This isn't about regret. It's a deep, aching loss for a developmental path that was stolen. Every time you struggle with trust, you're reminded of the version of you that could have been trusting. Every time you battle with your self-worth, you mourn the version of you that would have grown up feeling inherently valuable. It's like living in a house that was never finished. You can see the blueprint of what it was supposed to be, but you're left trying to make a home among half-built walls and exposed wires. You grieve the life you were supposed to have and the self that was supposed to live it. Number 3, your body keeps the score, even when your mind forgets. Sometimes the mind protects itself by pushing traumatic memories away. You might have huge gaps in your childhood memories, or find it hard to recall specific events, but the body never forgets. This is why you might suddenly feel a wave of panic and have no idea why, or why a certain smell, a specific tone of voice, or even a particular time of day can make your muscles tense up and your heart race. This is an emotional flashback. It's not a memory you see in your mind's eye. It's a memory you feel in your body. Your body is re-experiencing the feelings of that past moment, the helplessness, the fear, the shame, without the context. You're physically back in that state of danger, even if you're just sitting at your desk or walking through a grocery store. People might tell you to just get over it, not understanding that you're fighting a war on a physical level. It's a constant, draining battle against your own biology, which is just trying to keep you safe based on old, outdated information. Number 4, you constantly feel too much and not enough at the same time. Living with CPTSD is living in a state of contradiction. You might feel your emotions with incredible intensity. When you're sad, it's a crushing weight. When you're anxious, it's a consuming storm. You feel everything so strongly, and because of that, you constantly worry that you are too much for other people, too sensitive, too needy, too broken. But at the exact same time, there's a hollow feeling inside, a sense of being fundamentally lacking. You feel like you're not smart enough, not strong enough, not good enough. You look at others who seem to navigate life with ease and feel like you're missing some essential human part that everyone else got. So you exist in this painful space of being both overwhelming and inadequate. You try to shrink yourself to be less of a burden, while also desperately trying to build yourself up to feel worthy. It's an exhausting internal tug of war, and it makes finding a stable sense of self feel almost impossible. Number 5, trust isn't just hard, it feels dangerous. For a person with CPTSD, The world was often a place where the people who were supposed to be safe were the ones who caused the harm. The very foundation of trust was broken early on. As a result, trusting others in adulthood doesn't just feel difficult, it feels life-threatening. Vulnerability feels like willingly walking into a trap. Opening up to someone feels like handing them the weapons to hurt you. This is why you might keep people at a distance. Even when you crave connection more than anything, you might test people constantly, waiting for them to prove your deepest fear right, that they will eventually abandon or betray you. This isn't a conscious choice, it's a survival mechanism. Your brain learned that getting close to people leads to pain. So even when a kind, trustworthy person enters your life, every alarm bell in your system goes off. Learning to trust is not about changing your mind. It's about convincing your entire nervous system that the war is over and that some people can be a safe harbor, not a battlefield. Number 6, you are an expert in reading other people, but a stranger to yourself. When you grow up in an environment where you constantly have to monitor the mood of a parent or caregiver to stay safe, you become hyper-attuned to others. You can walk into a room and instantly read the emotional temperature. You notice the slightest shift in tone, the smallest change in facial expression. This skill, known as hypervigilance, was necessary for survival. You became an expert in anticipating the needs and reactions of others to protect yourself. The problem is, you spent so much time focusing outward that you never learned to focus inward. You may know exactly what your friend needs to hear to feel better, but you have no idea what you need when you're upset. You are a stranger to your own inner world. The journey of healing, for many, is the slow and often confusing process of turning that powerful observation inward and learning to read yourself with the same care and attention you've always given to others. Number 7, the feeling of being fundamentally dirty or flawed. Shame is one of the most persistent and painful legacies of long-term trauma. It's not the same as guilt, which is the feeling of having done something wrong. Shame is the feeling of being something wrong. CPTSD can leave you with a core belief that you are fundamentally broken, tainted, or unlovable. This feeling often has nothing to do with logic. You could be a kind, successful, and wonderful person, but deep down, there's a voice that whispers that you are worthless. This shame is what makes it so hard to accept compliments. It's what makes you feel like an imposter when you succeed. It's the reason you might feel a constant need to apologize for your existence. The trauma wasn't your fault, but the shame makes you feel like it was. It's a heavy, invisible stain that you carry, and you live with the constant fear that if people get too close, they'll finally see it, and they'll leave. Healing involves the incredibly difficult work of understanding that the dirt was never yours to begin with. It belongs to the people who hurt you. Number 8, success can be as terrifying as failure. Failure is a familiar territory for many with CPTSD. It often confirms the negative beliefs you already have about yourself. But success? That's new, and it can be terrifying. When you achieve something, get a promotion, find a healthy relationship, or simply have a good day, it can trigger intense anxiety. Why? Because success brings visibility. And for someone who learned to survive by being invisible, being seen feels dangerous. It raises expectations, both from yourself and from others. There's also the constant fear that it will all be taken away. This is often called the other shoe dropping. You can't enjoy the good moment because you're just waiting for the inevitable disaster that you believe is right around the corner. This isn't pessimism, it's a conditioned response. Your life experience has taught you that good things don't last. Learning to sit with success, to actually enjoy it and believe you deserve it, is one of the quietest but most challenging parts of the healing process. These truths are not easy to talk about. They live in the shadows. But by bringing them into the light, we can see them for what they are. Not signs of being broken, but signs of having survived the unbearable. If this video helped you feel seen or understood, giving it a like would mean a lot to us. And be sure to subscribe for more content that explores the path of healing. And now, for the comments. What's one unspoken truth you've experienced that you wish more people understood? Sharing your story might be the one thing someone else needs to read today to feel a little less alone. Thank you for watching.